Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam Salam if this is your first time coming on here. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing tips that can help you get a job quickly as a new immigrant in Canada, especially if you're looking into going into tech. As a quick background story, I think I got my job a month after I actively started applying when I moved to Canada. Firstly, you need to know to be able to work in Canada legally, you need to have a work permit. Either you have like a permanent work permit or temporary work permit or work visa. You need to have some sort of permit that allows you to work in the country. Even if you're working with a Canadian company or US company, they are still going to ask you like, do you have the right to work in the country you're applying from? So that's important. Make sure you get that sorted out ahead of time, either from where you're coming from while you're still there or immediately you get into the country. Secondly, this you can actually start doing before you leave your country, as long as you know that okay, XYZ months I'm gonna be in Canada, is upgrading your skills. I know many people, for example, before leaving Nigeria, they started taking like a BA course online before even arriving into the country, because they know and they've decided that that's the route they want to take or that's the sector they want to go into. There's some sectors like non-technical job that you can use to break into tech, like BA, project management or product manager, like so many, or sales tech. There's so many roles like that you can use to break into tech. So if you know that you've decided which area you're going to, one thing you can do for yourself is start upgrading your skills in that sector. You can either join bootcamp or you can take courses online. You don't have to be in Canada before you start like taking up new skills that you want to learn. Thirdly, I would say it's so important to upgrade your resume format. For example, I'm coming from the UK and I know Nigeria as well. Sometimes the format, the way we write our CV or resume is different, so you need to make sure that you upgrade it to something that matches the Canadian format, because that can really tell a lot. Sometimes you're just applying and recruiters are not getting back to you and you don't understand why. You're like, okay, I'm applying but they're not getting back. It's just because the format you're using on your resume is different from what they understand and what they use in the country. So if you have friends or you can network with people online, they can maybe send you their resume, or they can help you look at your resume and give you like pointers on things to change and things to move around. Like, trust me, it's so important to get someone to review your resume or tell you what to change and what not to change. Like, I know there are people that do that like professionally, like you have to pay them or something, but again, if you know people, take advantage of that. If you can network with people online, take advantage of that as well. Another point I'm going to make that will be helpful for you to really get that job as quick as you land in the country is upgrading your LinkedIn account, your LinkedIn profile. Before now, I feel like I never really used to use LinkedIn. I mean, when I was in uni and final year, they told us, oh, you guys need to, we had like a LinkedIn session or something like that, but it wasn't something that I was actively using. Trust me, in this part of the world, your LinkedIn is so important. Like, recruiters are constantly sending out offers on LinkedIn. Sometimes you don't even need to apply for the job. As long as your LinkedIn is upgraded, you can get like offers every day. So it's so important to upgrade your LinkedIn. There's so many videos on YouTube, on Google, or people that do this like professionally, that can help you go through your LinkedIn and tell you to use the right keywords, or to place some experience here, or to take out some experience that are not needed, or the way you need to like break down your work experience, like what you've done and all of that stuff. It is so important. Don't say, oh, I'm just going to do everything manually and keep applying for a job. Try to work smart. Sometimes when your LinkedIn are up to standard, you keep getting offers, like I said, from recruiters that will just like reach out to you because they found your LinkedIn and they found the right keywords there or for the job like they are recruiting for. So it is very important. Again, this is something you can start doing from where you are right now. You don't have to wait until you get into Canada to start doing it. Another point I'll make is the province you're going really matters. Some provinces like have higher jobs in certain sectors than the other. So if you know that, okay, I want to work in IT and maybe in finance sector, maybe it would be good for you to actually look like which province is good for me, or which province has like more job offers in finance sector that I can go to. That can help you determine like where you actually go to as well. I know people just say, oh, come to Ontario, or go to Alberta because it's cheap. Sometimes that's not what you need to be looking at. You need to look at the work sector. You need to look at how much they are paying people in that province. Like, I know in Ontario they pay relatively high compared to other places, and that's because the cost of living, the tax and all of that is a bit higher in Ontario, so you get higher pay. And there are lots of like companies like that have offices in Ontario as well, not just Toronto but in Ontario like overall. So maybe it's something that is worth looking at and seeing, okay, what sector is booming in this province and what sort of salary are they paying, and maybe this will help you make your decision. Finally, I would say prepare for your interviews. Talk to someone in that sector or in that role that you want to go into, and let them like help you in terms of the way you speak, the way you communicate, the way you explain yourself or explain what you've done. That might help you really to understand how things work here. And they can also share their experience of working in Canada and things that maybe recruiters look at or hiring manager look at in that role that you are overlooking, so they can give you like real like first-hand experience. So I would say if you do all of this and you prepare yourself, you have your work permit, so when anybody's ready to hire you, they're not saying, oh, you don't have your work permit, and you have your resume upgraded, you have your LinkedIn upgraded, you have the right skills that you need to get. Trust me, when you start applying, you surely like get like a response, and you've talked to someone that is doing that before, that can just maybe not really mentor you, but that can give you like life experience, what's happening on the job and what's really happening in the sector, and they can share like more information with you. I think that would be great, and that will help you really like speed up your job search opportunity and job search journey, I mean. Also, lastly, this is just extra point, don't limit yourself to just applying to companies based in Canada. You can also look at companies based in the US, because funny enough, there are many companies that in the US that love to recruit people in Canada just because it's a bit cheaper for them and all of that stuff. So don't limit yourself to applying to jobs just in Canada. Look at jobs in the US as well. That can be really helpful, and that can speed up your things. Like from my story, I got a job a month when I started like actively like applying, and I know many people that got jobs even before getting into the country, and that can be your story as well. I hope you find this video helpful, and I will see you in my next video. If you aren't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel, because I'll be uploading more. Like I mentioned in my first video of 2023, I'm trying to be consistent and to give you like guys great videos that will really be helpful for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.